I don't know if I want to get into this too much on your show, but I got really into like alcohol and weed.
Yeah.
To manage my
Been there.
anxiety.
Yeah.
And calm me. Like basically high energy all day and then smoke some weed so I can sleep at night.
Yeah.
Phil Phails for you.
It was quite a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I got to the point in my life where I had to just stop. And now I've been 100% sober since 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a similar situation. Have had a long relationship with marijuana, cannabis, weed, and not as much with alcohol, but I have,
Well, actually, I'm from West Coast. So, and I was living in Seattle when I was doing it, which was like walking into the Apple store,
okay.
And
It was legal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you could pick out the exact strains you want and exactly what you're trying to accomplish with it.
You were privileged.
Yeah. It was like
Yeah.
a whole hobby.
When I was growing up, we'd get this brick weed from, I think it was like from Mexico, maybe.
Yeah.
We'd call it the brown Frown. It'd be like just compressed and it would smell like a little bit like a cleaning product or something.
Yeah. The weed that I had was really top end, but also so strong.
Yeah, it was strong.
So strong.
These
And
kids
then
these days, they get to have strong weed.
when I moved to Texas in 2021, it's not available to me now.
Yeah.
So I think I started drinking more then.
Yeah.
I was drinking very little in Seattle.
When I was in California, I got a prescription.
Oh, yeah.
They had the green crosses.
Yeah.
Or you just walk in there. They're like, what ails you?
Yeah.
They had like a checklist. And I was like, well, I get a lot of anxiety when I'm smoking marijuana illegally.
Yeah. Green light, ding, prescription.
They're like, hey, we get you this legal weed. And you won't worry about it again.
Yeah.
And then I went to England and I asked Parliament to let me have my prescription there. I got a letter from Parliament. I think I have
For
it
real?
framed somewhere. Yeah. They said no. They said no.
It's not as available in some places.
Yeah, so I did drink more when I was in England.
Yeah.
While I was there, I was trying to find jobs in radio, television, film, in commercial music production. And I'd go to these music houses in London. Like I'd go to a meeting like once a week. And one of the ones I went to, I forget the name of it, but there was a guy in there with dreadlocks. And at the end of the meeting, I went up to him and I was like, dude, I know you know where some weed's at. And he was like, I'm not going to do an accent. He had an accent, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
He was like, basically, oh, what? Because I got dreadlocks, you're going to come up and ask me for weed? Like, come on, dude. That's not cool. And then I was like, okay, my bad. No disrespect. And then at the end of the whole thing, as I was walking out the front door to go home, he like handed me.
Oh, he gave you some. Yeah.
Weed.
You were right on target.
I was on target.
So, yeah, I would say I missed opportunity for me to learn to deal with things without those substances.
Yeah, me too.
And then in 2022, I found myself, I got laid off.
Yep.
I had no reason to stop drinking at night.
Mm-hmm.
And it quickly started spiraling. My wife's like, we got to get this changed. And so I've had zero alcohol since July 2022.
Wow.
And I'm much better for it. And I have to handle anxiety or stressful situations without drinking.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm similar. I don't know that exact date, but it's been years. I haven't smoked marijuana. I have drank.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking's never been my drug of choice, really.
Uh-huh.
So I will drink every now and again, but not much. I'm not really a drinker.
Yeah. Well, that's cool that you can do that. I think moderation is for cowards. Like I just cannot do anything halfway.
Yeah, that's ADHD.
And so if I once I have one drink, then there's no reason not to have another.
Yeah.
And it's been wonderful since I stopped.
Yeah.
And my friends have been very encouraging. And even the friends that I would drink with, I get a Diet Coke. And nobody even seems to notice.
Yeah.
It's all good. And I live out Dripping Springs, where the coolest places to hang out are breweries.
Right.
And I can get lemonade. And as long as you have a drink in your hand, it's almost like nobody cares, nobody notices. And I'm 100% sober for the last coming up on 4 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's something we should celebrate.
It's been a very positive change in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you use a program like
No.
AA or anything?
No, I would say I probably didn't have, I didn't need to go into like a treatment center or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just threw out all the alcohol in the house and that was it. It was, not to say it wasn't challenging, but the benefits of it started showing up like immediately.
What were they?
Physically fresher, mentally fresh, like more clear. What else? I mean, those are pretty broad. Mental and physical changes immediately.
Yeah. It was better mentally and physically.
Yeah.
What about relationally with your wife?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Was it beer or was it liquor?
Liquor.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. And so that helped our relationship for sure.
Yeah.
It saved money.
Your wife never had a problem with it?
No.
She was never a drinker?
No.
I would drink in my life when things weren't going well. It would almost be a slippery, because there were times when I didn't smoke marijuana.
Yeah.
And I'd get into a relationship that wasn't working or was bad, and the person would drink, and then I would start drinking with them. And I think I would notice the relationship was off. And instead of ending it, like I've always had a hard time ending things.
Yeah.
Like jobs or relationships or most things. So I would just kind of like let them crash and burn through something.
Okay.
And it could be alcohol. Has been one of those things.
Yeah. And when you say that, it kind of reminds me that most everything that I've regretted saying was when I was drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Classic.
Not to say I don't regret some things I said sober, but most of it was with drinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been a huge enrichment to me to not use anything.
Growing up with ADHD, divorced kids, divorced family, and then waking up at some point to my own agency and being like, dang, what have I done? Like what has happened up until now?
Really?
Yeah, it was really challenging.
I can see that.
Yeah. Mostly kids, I think, is what did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like other kids.
My kids, my children.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I was like, are these conscious decisions I'm making regarding parenting? Or am I just playing out the cycles and the patterns that I was modeled growing up?
I see.
So, and then I thought, man, that's not good.
It's very natural, very normal to just bounce back to how you were raised, right?
Yep.
And ADHD makes you not think about your decisions that much anyway. Just my instincts tell me this, let's go.
Impulsivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 3 pillars of ADHD. There's hyperactivity, impulsivity, and inattentiveness.
Right.
Inattentiveness is like when you go into a room and you're like, why did I come into this room?
Yeah.
Totally forget why you went there. Impulsivity, you just mentioned, that's like, you just don't think a lot. Because probably your brain works really fast, and maybe that's part of it, but I don't know. Something about impulse control. Well, it's the whole prefrontal cortex being retarded is not the word, and I'm not using it in the direct
I understand.
sense.
Yeah.
I think the word is underdeveloped.
Yeah. Well, I am impulsive. My wife will tell you I'm super impulsive.
Me too.
Also, I've had to learn to not interrupt people, for example.
Oof,
just
me
socially.
too. Yeah.
Just being super impulsive with stuff.
Yeah. I don't know why it is, but most of the people that sit right there, have ADHD.
How is that happening?
I don't know why that happens. Maybe there's a sample bias for folks that are willing to come and sit in a room with a stranger and talk about what's going on. Or Yeah. Or maybe I just attract like-minded people, or those are the people that I don't know the answer. But of this weekend, I know that James, more than a couple people that I'm talking to. I didn't know you were.
Yeah.
More than a couple people
Well,
this weekend.
In the cycling world, cycling is perfect for people with ADHD.
Yeah,
everyone just kind of like self-selects like what you're good at and what you like to do. And if you're a high energy person, then endurance sports, cycling, running, swimming, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a really good sport for you. And you'll probably feel good doing it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I find movement to be the answer for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a diversity of movement for me. It's like the movement and the community.